Heidi Elabd, an entrepreneur and angel investor.
What are the key things that you've been looking for or that you are looking for?
Honestly, I'm an angel investor. I invest in startups and brilliant entrepreneurs. I really face this challenge that this domain is not preferred by a lot of girls. Like by most of the girls, they just fear it. So in my portfolio, I only have one girl, honestly, just one girl, and the others are all males. And I keep looking for girls in this field, AI and innovation, e-commerce. I want to encourage girls to get into these fields more and to be more bold. I know we're known in the Arabs, the Arab people, they think girls cannot approach these fields, but no, they can. And I'm an example of this. Let's say, I'm a graduate from business administration at the American University in Cairo. I don't do coding. I'm not a coder. And in 2014, I decided when I was living in London, I want to build my team of developers. Okay, and this was my first interaction with this world. So when I did that, I knew nothing about coding. And what I was responsible of actually was UX and UI. I did this for a gaming app in the beginning, and I hired a big team, and I built it for a whole year. But I faced this problem that the manager of the team was his mindset. The mindset of the developer that was leading the team was the issue. And this is how I learned how to select the entrepreneurs I need to invest in a later phase when I came back to Egypt. And now I'm focusing on investing in Egyptians and Arabs. First of all, they need to challenge the status quo. They have to all the time. They need to try to get out of the conceptual boxes that were forced upon all of us as girls and women in our societies and communities. They need to be risk takers, honestly. They should think about it taking risk is the real essence of life. If you take a risk, you grow, you learn. But if you don't, you'll regret it by the end of the journey. So for me, I'm a risk taker by nature. I can't ask this, I cannot ask everyone to be that way. But if you don't have this trait in you, try to get it out, try to unleash it. It's in there, but just unleash it inside you, unleash the risk taker, unleash the fighter inside you. They need to be also to accept the fact that failures are stepping stones to success. Really, if this mindset, they own it, they'll be able to do anything in their lives. Yeah, if we just think about it, if Thomas Edison, he used to say, I have not failed. I've discovered 10,000 ways of just that don't work. So my first trial when I invested in a whole team, British developers for developing a big game, it didn't work. But I learned a lot from this experience. I learned a lot. When I was ready, I said, now I'm ready to invest in entrepreneurs in my country, in the Arab world. Now I'm well informed. I'm more resourceful. I am more resilient. Okay. So I formed my character as an angel investor throughout the years of challenges, honestly. And I told you how it started, but let's not talk about it because it started in a bad time in my life anyway. I used to like playing games because I used to use them as an escape to stop my hyperactive brain. And then I started from this being obsessed with coding, developing UX, UI, the whole thing. However, user acquisition thing was the big obstacle. And I learned this the hard way. In AI, in apps, it's the user acquisition, it's always the same. And the mindset of the entrepreneur. That's what I faced when I was investing in a team of British developers. So when I went to Egypt and I said, okay, I moved back to Egypt. I said, now I'm ready to invest in an entrepreneur in Egypt, but I was looking for something different. I go the opposite path from VCs. VCs always, they like to look for precedents of success, like something that was like a reference. They want to reference an app that has a reference that succeeded abroad, and then they go and invest in it. While I do the opposite. I look for innovative ideas because the bigger the risk, the bigger the gain. And I want to be part of fostering the culture of innovation in the MENA region. This is the deeper purpose in me. And I developed this throughout my time of living in London. Really. I mean, I had it when I was young, but it developed more when I was living in the UK. I just kept wondering, why aren't we creating global apps that the Western world use, not we use their apps? Why? Just let's try. Nothing can stop us. Like, let's try. Now I can see the calibers in the MENA region. They are capable of doing this. I want to be part of this. So that's what I'm really longing for. They've got a lot. Like, we have this emotional and social intelligence, and it's really much higher at women. I mean, believe it or not, but women are more socially and emotionally intelligent. And with this capacity, they can be really impactful in investors, like by, they can communicate with people, they can connect with them, they can listen carefully, respond thoughtfully. It just, this thing, sometimes it lacks with men, but women mostly, they have this thing, this innate capability in them. So with this sort of intelligence, that's what's needed, by the way, because at the end, when you invest in an entrepreneur, you don't invest in his ideas, you invest in his potential. You should have the capacity to get his full potential. This is something missing, like I don't want to be like anti-males here, but it's not always a matter of numbers. It's not always a matter of financial model and business model. Business model can be tweaked, can be changed, but it's always the human factor is the main factor of success in any startup. That's how I perceive it. That's how I believe. If I may reflect on Soha's words, innovation is rarely a solitary endeavor. It's rarely, it always needs to be fostered in inclusive cultures, and women are really capable of creating these cultures and these environments. So, sometimes men, they always they believe so much in their personal capabilities, to the point that they don't allow others to innovate and to embrace creativity. So women are so ahead at this game. For example, for me, I work on ground with my entrepreneurs. I enjoy, I'm not a passive one, I'm an active one. I'm an on-ground angel investor. And my biggest investment right now is the first global video reviewing app. It's called Impactyn app. When I met the founder, Mohammed Wahid, he's one of the best, brilliant entrepreneurs in the MENA region. He was, how I approached him? Very unconventionally. Over the DMs, Instagram. Over the DMs. I like the concept because it's monetizing the word of mouth. It's utilizing the benefit and the value of the word of mouth. So instead of just writing a review like Yelp or TripAdvisor, you just do it in a video on a platform. And we're creating this win-win situations and this community win-win situation between businesses and users. So for users, if you do this, you get rewarded in cash, an incentive, or a discount. And for businesses, they get all the insights, the data, the analysis, and they use it for improving and enhancing their service or their product. We made a big success story in Egypt, and now we're expanding to Dubai, and from Dubai to global. And I still believe that we can make it. The team and me and Mohammed Wahid, we all want to be the creators of the first global app from the MENA region.
Amen. Amen. Heidi.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks so much.
What I'm going to say is what we also bring to the table is this generosity of sharing, this need in us to just give it everything that we have. Forbes, thank you so much for enabling this panel to happen. I feel like something is enlightened in my own head. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Marianne, thank you, Heidi, thank you so much for such a beautiful panel. And thank you everyone for your time.
Thank you.
I hope you've enjoyed it.
It's my absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for having me and for having